least it's not Big Easy Daiquiris. J&M Music Shop. We're fucking rock and roll with it.
Wow.
You know what kills me? And others? Give me 2 more answers. I'll tell you and others. One, the pride of Gretna, Louisiana, Frankie Ford. This is where he recorded Sea Cruise. Oh, baby, won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? This is where you came if you were a solo artist and you needed a house band to accompany you. Cosimo Matassa would call in the forces, and in your band would be a 19-year-old guitar player named Mac Rebennack, who would become much more famous later as a piano player named Dr. John.
Oh, yes.
And this is where, on a blessed Wednesday afternoon, Alan Toussaint and Ernie Cato set up in that back room to record Mother-in-law, Mother-in-law, the worst person I know, I'm a mother-in-law. Oh, to wrap this up, Ernie Cato died 16 years ago. Ernie Cato died 16 years ago. Upon the occasion of his death, he was accorded and afforded an honor never before, nor since, has been afforded to anyone other than a head of state or the military. And that upon his death, so popular was he, the Crown Prince of New Orleans Rhythm and Blues, the Clown Prince of Rhythm and Blues, that his body lay in state for 3 days at Gallier Hall on St. Charles Avenue, which is basically our secular version of New Orleans Cathedral. It's where the King of Carnival and the Mayor toast each other every Fat Tuesday morning, and where governors, mayors, and generals have lay in state over the decades and centuries. And Ernie Cato.
This is a really famous writer who's giving tours these days. We're going to give the tour speech for you.
Chris Rose, everybody.
He's a legend.
You guys are late. You're supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. We're almost around the corner. Anyway. So his body lay in state for 3 days at Gallier Hall, where only generals, governors, and mayors had ever lain. And on the 3rd day, they took his casket and they loaded it into a glass. Hearse, horse-drawn, 6 white horses pulled his casket down right here, Rampart Street, followed by what stands to this day as the largest jazz field in this city's history. 10,000 people comprised Ernie Cato's funeral cortege. So beloved was this man. They went down Rampart and they turned left and they went up to St. Louis Cemetery number 2. Not St. Louis number 1, not the one with Marie Laveau and that weird Nicolas Cage fucking thing in there. But where the working people are buried, back in St. Louis number 2. And the crowd poured into that cemetery till it was filled to capacity. And outside the walls, it was 3 deep. And they took Ernie Cato's casket back to his tomb. Y'all have seen him, the granite and marble, one of the most iconic images of this city his family had had for years, the Cador tomb. His real name was Ernest Cador, K-A-D-O-R, but he performed under Ernie Cato. And on that afternoon, they opened up that tomb and they took his casket, put it in, and they closed and sealed the remains of Ernie Cato, the legend. His remains for all of eternity, for all time, next to those of his mother-in-law. And my story's done. Hey, you can look it up. I was there.